Time to revisit one of our recurring shows within a show on The Jump. Bring it on, baby. Starring Devin Booker. Let's hear it. Yep. DeAndre Ayton.
Young fellas.
Robert Sarver, owner. And, of course, Greta, Sons of Anarchy. Mark Stein of the New York Times reporting that the Phoenix Suns are in the early stages of their GM search. They have spoken to Kevin McHale, now at TNT, but of course formerly GM of the Timberwolves. And they also have interest in Bulls consultant Jim Paxson, not John Paxson, Jim Paxson, formerly in Cleveland. James Jones and Trevor Buckstein are currently the interim co-GMs, which is a weird thing to do to those poor guys who don't either have quite the power that they would need to do anything.
Why not give them a shot?
They're going to be in the search, but
give them a job, man.
What do you think of this GM search so far?
They stink. I mean, look at the team that is assembled.
Right.
You know, but I think the last couple of years, you know, having DeAndre Ayton on this team, Booker, I think, has the potential to be an all-star. They have some pieces, young pieces that can grow together. I think a guy like Chauncey Billups, who's, you know, just been removed from the game today, still knows the game, will be a perfect candidate for that GM job to put this team together.
I like
Chauncey
that.
Billups, I'm throwing you out there.
Boom.
Yes.
What do you think of the Kevin McHale pick?
Well, I think it's great. I mean, I think Kevin has definitely the experience, and, you know, it's a young team that has a lot of upside. So, you know, it's hard to go wrong with that job. You got a lot of room for error. They're still young. So,
like Tracy says, the bar's low.
Yes.
just gotta like skip over it. It's not. It's like not even like a slide over it.
I definitely think that they're a young team, but they are ready to win.
I mean, they are going to get yet another high draft pick this year. I mean, look, Kevin McHale, I'm a huge Kevin McHale fan. I love the job that he's done as coaching, when he was coaching and GMing. I will say, if they hired him, there would have to be a mandate. He's not allowed to trade with Danny Ainge. Like, that would just have to be part of the job description. But I would say the key to this GM search for me is what involvement Robert Sarver is going to have. Because you mentioned the past GMs. He has had a heavy foot on the gas, Sarver has, on what those guys have done.
Hopefully he lets off of that gas.
Right?
It hasn't been working out the way
right? Hasn't quite worked out for them. Speaking of Robert Sarver, I want to hit this as well. We talked about this on the show when it happened. Suns owner Robert Sarver was able to get the city of Phoenix to approve $150 million in public funding for renovations to the arena, which was considered by some to be a surprise victory for Sarver. Well, NBC 12 News in Phoenix has since discovered via campaign finance reports filed earlier this month, Sarver donated $50,000 to a political action committee supporting a councilwoman who cast a crucial vote. That donation to Councilwoman Vania Guevara last month came after she flipped her no vote to a yes. Sarver also pledged to spend $2.6 million on Head Start programs in her district. Great cause, but possibly influencing her. Sarver also donated $100,000 to a PAC backing the mayoral campaign of Councilman Daniel Valenzuela, also a supporter of the arena deal. Sarver answered this by saying, quote, "I care deeply about the future of the city of Phoenix. I am proud to support candidates who have the best interest of the city at heart, particularly those committed to job creation and improving education. I gave openly, not behind a veil, and I look forward to the exciting days ahead for our community." Maybe, I don't know, Greta was onto something at that city council meeting a while back. Now we have some clarity as to why that arena deal went through after an initial lack of support from the city council. I'm just going to go back to what I say every time one of these votes comes up for a stadium, an arena, every sport. We don't need to keep providing welfare for billionaires. These are people who can pay for their own stadiums, make improvements to arenas they're using, even public ones. Taxpayer money can be used to fund other more important things: education, healthcare. Just a thought.
Just a thought.